in the game.
Crack of dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong, pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. You're a power stroke, diesel backhoe riding king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the six-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're doing, the smoke that we're doing, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on. You're a little shy thing with a wild side on a night like this. You just can't hide, cause it's time to live it up. So come on and raise your cup. If we talk about memories, yeah, we're gonna make them. Talking about rules, you know we're gonna break them. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're doing, the smoke that we're doing, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on. Yeah, we all the same cause we thinking the same thing. We on the same page cause we sipping the same drink. Now here's a little something to thank y'all for showing up. Aldine and the boys are about to blow it up. When the lights come on and everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Cowboys coming in at 2-3, going up against the Texans, who come in at 2-4. With kickoff straight ahead, let's check in with the two men who'll be calling tonight's game as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Completion left side to Miller. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Fuller brings it in over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Randy Gregory entered the league with people excited about his pass rushing skills. They continue to stay excited about his potential.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw again. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big-time play there for the Texans. 57 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's third and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Brandon, I know what I would do in this situation. You're on the road. It's the opening drive. You've gotten all the way down here. I would go for it.
And his kick is indeed good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
They come out here in the eye, and they'll go on the ground. And he's got some space here. He cuts it right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now Brenza will boom it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one short. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's complete to Fuller. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. They'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
No, check, Patriot!
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On the right side, this is Miller. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They go play action here on first down. Finding time. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, four down. Come on, let's run.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And he's got his man on the out route. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Come on, let's go. What?
And they'll run it here. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Tight end left. 3 down. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their big-bodied receiver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now Brenza will boom it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Lucky 56.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now a play fake here on first down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Miller on the catch over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they'd prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now out comes Houston. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now they try the right side here. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now Brenza will boom it away after the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Watch it now, Barney!
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll set up a throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Let's go! Flex round!
And now here's a carry heading left. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
2nd down following the run. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up and making sure it was a catch.
Let's round. Here we go. Ohio. Let's go. Ohio.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a short gain down to about the 33. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Let's round. Let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And some space here. And a gain there of 11 yards.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Completion left side to Miller. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. 4 yards remaining now on second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got Fuller. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a play fake here on 1st down, and that is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And on 2nd and 10 now. So the D-line's going to spread out. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll drop to throw. The catch made by Miller. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Ten yards still left on second down.
No. Check. Patriots. Now let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
No. Check.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
All right, here we go. Check now. Lucky 56. Detroit.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Now let's go.
Back to throw again. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Houston. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, that's over with. Because now, when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now it goes from zone to man-to-man coverage in many cases. And on this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you just saw there, if you like zone defense.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Back that it up, Philly. Here we go. Here we go now.
On play action, they'll throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll give the Texans a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Stays on his feet. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And taken right at the 35. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes the Texans now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those. Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Randy Gregory in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Lucky 56.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. And some room to roam now. And he's going to cut it back left here. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now Brenza will boom it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said that.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Randy Gregory in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Dallas, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. Now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden.